Chris Roxburgh is a pure Michigan adventurer. His travels have produced some amazing photos of our state's vast bodies of water and shipwrecks. And Chris joins us now to talk more about his latest diving explorations. Hi, Chris.
Hello, thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. I'm sure people ask you this all the time, but I want to start with, do you still dive in winter?
Yes, I dive year round, and when the ice freezes over the different areas that I dive, I will take a chainsaw and cut holes through the ice to continue to dive.
It gets pretty cold out there. That's a pretty large undertaking to do that.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but I'm fifth generation in northern Michigan, so I'm used to the cold winters and actually enjoy diving in the cold weather. Diving in the winter, the visibility is really good because there's not much algae and particulates in the water. And diving under the ice is unique as well, which has lots of different colors, blues, and different colors you normally wouldn't see diving in the summer.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about how you got into doing this sort of thing.
I grew up along the shorelines of the Great Lakes, particularly in Leelanau County, the Manitou Passage, which is a busy shipping lane, and it has been for hundreds of years in Lake Michigan. And I grew up watching these ships go by, not knowing that there was actually thousands of shipwrecks under the water. I discovered a shipwreck with some friends about 7 years ago, and it's called the George Rogers, and it was in Northport, Michigan. And that sparked my interest to do what I do now. Came back the next weekend with a GoPro and took pictures and video of it. And I was the first person to take pictures and video of the George Rogers in Northport. So it created quite a buzz online, locally.
Pictures are absolutely amazing. You line out some of these pictures in your book.
My photography, it went from using a GoPro at first and exploring all the shipwrecks that would be around my local area. The Manitou Passage and Grand Traverse East and West Bay. And then from there, I branched out and started diving in Lake Huron and Lake Superior. But right away, my first 3 dives, I made local, state, and national news. And after that, I just continued to document all the shipwrecks in my area and all around the Great Lakes, and compiled a photography book called Leelanau Underwater that's been a bestseller in northern Michigan for 2 years now. I put all the historical information on the wrecks through my research, as well as the pictures of the wrecks underwater.
What would you just say, as we kind of wrap up here, about the waters that you've dived into and just what you've seen? How would you describe it for people who haven't seen it up close and in person?
All our waters are crystal clear. Sometimes we have 100-foot plus visibility. The water is very cold, especially in the bottom, year round. It's between 38 and 41 degrees.
None of us will probably ever do this in our lifetime, but for people who want to keep up with you or who want to purchase your book, let them know how they can do all of that.
Yes, you can purchase my book, Leelanau Underwater, on Amazon, and it's shipped locally, hand-signed through Horizon Books. If you'd like to see some of the local shipwrecks that I dive and the locations of them, you can check out Leelanau Underwater.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Chris, for taking the time to talk to us today. Of course, you can go to our website, WNEM.com, if you want to learn more and connect with him on Facebook. And if you have any ideas on what you would like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4pmnews at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.